everyone, let's move on to the second page. Now on the second page on number 5, I asked you to simplify as much as possible while still having an exact answer. So what we need to do is we need to factor this out a little bit. Now these are variables raised to an exponent, so it's really not too terribly hard. Remember that you're dealing with the fourth root, so we need groups of 4. So we need to make sure we have exponents that are divisible by 4. Well, x is raised to the 41st power, so if we make it x to the 40th power times x times y, and y is just raised to the 4th power, so that's convenient, then we have our x is raised to the 40th power, which is divisible by 4, and y is to the 4th power, which is, of course, divisible by 4. So, if x is raised to the 40th power, that's 10 sets of 4. If it's 10 sets of 4, for every set of 4 we pull out, we get an x, that's 10 x's. So we x to the 10th power. We have y raised to the 4th power. Well, that means that's 1 y we can pull out. And of course, it's a set of 4 we pull out, we get to keep the y. But we've still got that lonely x still under the 4th root. And that is our answer. It is x to the 10th times y times the 4th root of x. Now, on number 6a, what you had to think about is what exponent goes on 4 that will equal 64. And if you look on your exponent chart, you'll remember that 4 cubed equals 64, which means the answer is 3. It really was that simple. I wasn't trying to trick anybody. Now, on B, it wasn't quite as simple. On B, I'm asking you what exponent goes on 16 that gives you 2. Now, if you look on your exponent chart, you'll note that 2 to the 4th power equals 16. And those of you that I was talking about with this, I said that you can rewrite this as 2 equals 16 to the reciprocal exponent, the 1/4, which means 16 to the 1/4 is 2, so that means the answer is 1/4. It's the 4th root of 16 equals 2. Now, number 7a, I wanted you to fill in the missing box and rewrite it in exponential form. Well, this statement is saying that there is something raised to the 2nd power that equals 64. Well, if you look down your perfect squares list, you'll find 64 is 8 squared. So 8 squared is 64. Writing that down, the base is 8, the exponent is 2, and the answer is 64. And that's the way you write it down when you have a log statement, which is pertinent thing to remember because now we're going to deal with the opposite answer. On 36 to the negative 1/2, this one, it's a little tricky. We're taking 36 to the 1/2 and it's a negative exponent. That's 2 pieces of information you need to remember. 36 to the 1/2 means that I'm taking the square root of 36. I'm asking what number times itself gives me 36. Well, if you look on your perfect squares list, that's a 6. However, it's a negative. That negative exponent says that whatever number I pick has to be the reciprocal position, which is in the denominator. So the answer is actually 1/6. Because if you have 36 squared to the negative 1, which is the same thing as saying 36 to the negative 1/2, you have to do, well, the square root of 36 is 6 to the negative 1, and that's 1/6. So that means 1/6 goes in the box. But I asked you to also write it in logarithmic form. Logarithmic form says that I have to write log, and whatever the base of this statement is, I have to write as the base of the log. Well, the base is 36. So we're going to write 36. The answer is 1/6, and the exponent is negative 1/2. And that's the answer for number 8. Now, I hope these corrections help you. I hope that they help explain what happened in the exam. I hope it gives you a chance to re-examine what you did on the exam and see what you may or may have or may not have done incorrectly. But I hope this gives you what you need, and get me the corrections by the 15th of October. And during the week of the 18th to the 22nd, I'll be offering the makeup exam for anybody who wants to improve their grade and has brought me the corrections by the 15th. You all take care. Enjoy as much of your holiday weekend as you can. Bye now.